Welcome back, Wealth Builders. Thanks for joining. Today, I'm going to tell you what is one of the best investments you can make as a college student. Before doing so, please like and subscribe. As a reminder, I'm not a financial planner, but I would like to share my investment knowledge and experience with you. Everyone can build wealth on any budget. If I had a time machine, there are many things I wish I could go back and give my 18-year-old self advice on. Things like cargo pants aren't cool unless you're hiking. Or when someone tells you that you smell like pancakes, it's not a good thing, especially when you didn't eat pancakes that day. The most important advice I'd give myself is to make sure that I harnessed all the knowledge that I was gaining as a student. See, in college, I was a business finance major with a focus on investments. In looking at my meager earnings as a college student, working almost full-time, it felt like I couldn't invest at the time. My investment classes didn't start until I was in my junior year because I had to get the general education out of the way. What I would tell my 18-year-old self is that I should leverage the most valuable asset I had at my disposal. What is that, you might be asking? Time is the most valuable weapon we have when it comes to investing when resources are limited. The longer we give an investment to grow, the more it will grow. Thinking back, I worked a consistent 30 to 35 hours a week, making about $13 an hour. I had to pay for school out of pocket. See, my parents were first-generation Mexican Americans. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad dropped out of high school. So if I wanted to go to school, I had to pay for it myself. Even though I had to pay for college myself, as I think back, I earned enough to at least spare $25 a week. If I could go back in time, this is how I would tell my 18-year-old self to invest. I would go to Vanguard.com because they provide low-cost exchange-traded funds. I don't work for Vanguard. They're not paying me to say this. I would invest in this little technology ETF that goes by VGT, Vanguard Technology. I can't tell you to invest in this fund because I'm not licensed to do so. But again, this is what I would tell the old me and my kids to invest in. Since its inception, VGT has returned an annualized rate of 13%. If you look it up today, you'll see annualized returns of 20% in the last 5 to 10 years. But this isn't always the case, and your expectations should be realistic. Now, $25 would not have bought me a whole share, but if I would have used dollar cost averaging, and what that is basically investing the same amount at the same intervals, I could have started building my portfolio at 18. Let's say if I consistently invested $100 per month. Today, I would have $56,000 saved. And if I were to have continued that for another 16 years, then that amount would have grown to just over $451,000. At the time, this fund wasn't doing so well. It was created a couple years after September 11. Then, a few years later, the housing crisis hit. The me at the time saw a fund that was losing value. But what I've come to learn, the older I get, is when you are investing in companies that are strong and growing, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, in the long term, it's going to pay off. This was my opportunity to buy at low prices, and I should have bought as much as I could. Fortunately, I did ultimately start investing in my 401k plan when I graduated from college. But I do at times wonder how much larger my portfolio would be today had I forgone eating out 1 or 2 times less per week during college. So my advice to you, if you're in college, don't shy away from starting to invest. Start with low equal amounts at equal intervals. Keep doing that and check your account every 1 to 2 years. Do this long term. Statistically, the longer you do this, the more successful you're going to be. Also, pancakes do smell yummy, just not on you. Thanks again, Wealth Builders. I hope you learned something new, or at least are a little bit more confident toward starting your investment journey. If you did learn something new, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.